Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome to another episode of Kingdoms and Castles. So if you remember last time, right at the end of the last episode, we had a few problems with fires and we lost our main manor house, which was quite an issue. So first things first is going to be to get this thing demolished, the rubble, and then we'll get a new manor house placed back down, which we can't afford because we have no stone. Brilliant. So we'll wait for the stone to get sorted, then we'll get a new manor house put up, because a lot of people are now homeless, because we've got 210 people but only 188 beds after the last sort of incident. So other things we've got to do are want to build this wall up a little bit more so it's level with the gatehouse. It's such a shame it does that stupid block. I really hate that so much. We're building our little castle here to the north to defend the northern half of our town, and if you remember last time, we got our Noria up and working to fertilise all the ground here to make all this land farmable, and it also increases the productivity of the land as well surrounding it. So let's go on to a slightly fast forward mode. Hopefully we're still mining. Hopefully we didn't lose any mines. I can't remember. I don't think we did. No, but not fully staffed. Why are none of the mines staffed? So we've got a lot of builders. Okay. So quarry workers are extremely far down the list. So let's set them up a little bit higher priority so they start to get staffed, because we're never going to get our manor house rebuilt if we don't get that sorted. So people are really unhappy because they're homeless, devastated about the dragon attack, so it's kind of pretty hard, and we're going to keep losing people I think until we get this thing rebuilt, and we're not getting any stone because we're losing people, and we've got loads of builders assigned to all these various building projects down here as well, which doesn't help the situation. So we need 35 stone to get this manor house back up online and operational. So we've only got 29, so just got to wait for this to be done. Not really anything else we can do until we get this sorted. It's really unfortunate that actually got burnt down. I'll have to make sure there's a well placed really near to it. Okay, 37, so that's enough. So let's get that built. Our happiness is now 7. Look at that. I don't think I've ever had such a low happiness, because all these people are going to keep leaving, you see, because they've got no home. But it's going to take them quite a while to build this other house. So I'm surprised the game doesn't give you a little bit more leeway. It's fairly ungenerous to sort of kick you down a little bit like that. Yeah, change was 15. So we've got to wait for all this stuff to get put in. A merchant has arrived. Is that helpful? Not really. Could buy some stone, I suppose, but I don't think that really helps me. I need to buy a house, really, more than anything. That's what I need. So we'll just keep plodding along. This will be quite nice once it's all finished, because it should act as quite a strong little fortification to the north, and as their ships come in they should get shot at as well, but it's not going to be invincible. We've got a little wall down here. I'm going to eventually sort of separate this island up into a series of walls. That's the plan, I think. Should make it a lot stronger. We'll probably have to at some point knock one of these farms down. We'll have to turn this one into like a wall as well around there. I don't know how we're going to segregate the rest of it off. Make this like a harbour area, maybe. That'd be quite cool, actually. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, so how's this manor house coming along? Nowhere, basically. It's just a case of waiting, because we're just so short on people now. There's none of the jobs are getting filled with all the builders being assigned to various things. Enough agri engineers, quarry workers, charcoal makers, librarians. And we're not that short on staff. Miners, granary workers, cattle jobs, tax collectors, event planners and windmill workers are all unemployed. But it takes a long time for the builders, because they've still got to fetch all the stone from the other end of town, because as we know it's all built absolutely miles away, so that certainly doesn't help either. Oh, the recently homeless is going down because people are leaving, I think. So until we get this bit and built and people come back, we're always going to be a bit short on population. We seem to be doing okay on the food front. Well, I say that, but we're not actually that okay on the food front. Got to think about potentially getting more food production started, actually. Something we can do going forwards. So our towers are being built up a little bit more. Keep waiting for them to get built. We'll probably build another one on top of each of them, and we've still got to build one in this corner. I think we just ran out of stone. And I don't want to assign more builders when we're short on people until we get something like this house finished first. We've got our church still providing a good base happiness. I think the library should maybe be up to 15 knowledge now, is it? 12 knowledge. So that should provide real happiness. Yeah, 97 to each of these homes. It just about encompasses that, I think. Yeah, plus 12 from that, plus 5 from the church. These guys should be relatively happy. We can show happiness, actually, I think. Yeah. So everyone is generally pretty happy because we're in range of either a church or somewhere else. These big ones are a little unhappy because they've not got a well, which is understandable. And actually probably something I should get built straight away. Go away. Because that was really the cause of this whole mess, is the lack of a well, isn't it? So we'll get a well squeezed in. It's not going to fit there, but we can squeeze one in there. Or are we going to build a road around that tower? No, we'll build one there. That's fairly accessible, isn't it? And then we can continue to construct along here. Okay. So we'll get that well set up building, try and prevent any more fires. Seems to be our biggest problem, is just continual fires. The problem is we're trying to recover from like the last Viking raid and dragon raids, and then I don't think we were barely even getting back to where we were before we're then going to risk getting attacked again, you see. Particularly stuck waiting for this blooming place to get built. I've still got quite a lot to build on my castle as well. Let's look at assigning the rest of these blocks then. To there. So we get this one starting to be built as well. We might build one block extra on these walls, and that will allow us to build one block extra on the tower then, because tower height is limited by what's next to it. So you can't just build a really tall tower on its own, it has to be next to supporting buildings. And this one wants to be upgraded as well. I have 2 more pieces put on there. I'm just concerned about assigning too many builders to different jobs when I'm short on workers. When everyone's back filling with jobs, we'll start to get the rest of these things sorted, because our stone production is now flying back in again. Looking really good. Got lots of charcoal. Food is actually becoming a problem, so let's try and address that while we're here. So that's all too far away from a road. Okay. So we want a bit of road. Are these going to make things still too far away from a road? No. So I'm just going to place it on the most fertile ground, because that's going to be the most productive. And then as we run out of fertile ground, we can start to look at other options. But for now, we're just going to place it on that. Is this blimmin' manor house built yet? Come on, get the wood there. It's so nearly there. It should be wood a lot more close, because it should just be stored around here. Because a lot of stored charcoal. Charcoal production is gone a bit through the roof, so that's kind of using up quite a lot of resources. Our blacksmith should be still producing tools. What's that? Yeah, which it is, tools. So everyone should have tools, and that increases the productivity of the actual individual workers, which is good. There's a random gap there. I'm really stuck waiting for this manor house to be done. That's my problem. It's not the most exciting start to an episode, because I just want this thing to be finished before I sort of start assigning vast other construction projects. Hopefully this tower is going to be done soon as well. Financially we're looking pretty good. We get 100 per year, so we've got quite a lot we can still fit into there. And it's finished. Praise be. Okay. So that should have filled up some building jobs, which it did. Still a bit short on some stuff like timber workers. Make sure we're not run out of wood or something silly like that. No, we haven't. I just don't get where all these workers are assigned to. Farmers, I guess, have taken up a lot of jobs there, so that's not helped. Dock workers, timber workers. Still quite a few jobs left to fill. I guess we'll get some more people. We've still got another 11 beds or something. So that's something. That tower's been finished, which is good. We'll probably build another manor house along here, so we might as well just extend this road a little bit. And we can squeeze another one in there. Makes sense. We can probably squeeze a couple in here as well, although I want to leave enough room for potentially any forts or walls if I want to build around the outside a little bit in the future. So we'll set that one off building. We're now back to a full population. It's still not enough to do all the jobs we need. Tax collectors, event planners and windmill workers aren't doing anything, but there we go. So we'll wait for that stuff to get built. Let's just do it properly, I think. We'll assign one more each to these blocks. See, this is the problem, it's going to build it funny again, isn't it? I can see what it's doing already. And that will allow me to build one more on each tower like that. And then while I've got this activated, oh look at that, it's just going to be horrible. Please build smoothly. Just to complete that, it's got to be the same height. I don't like things to be too irregular. And then that's kind of cool because that's our little gatehouse finished there. So we've got quite a few building projects. I'm probably going to assign quite a lot of builders to that. Wow. Okay, let's lower that priority a little bit. We don't want to stick it no priority. Bartender, accurate engineers, probably blacksmiths. Well, blacksmiths not all that important. It doesn't look like it's going to have any impact on. Oh, no, okay. So quarry workers have slowed down. Okay, we'll build it below that. There we go. Put it like that. We've lost clergy, librarians, dock workers, timber workers. Okay. Let's all leave them to get these building projects caught up a little bit because there's a lot to build there. We've got that water well got finished off, which is good. Still quite a bit to do for that other manor house and a bit more to do on each of these constructions around here. Looks like we've got another merchant turning up, which is good. Nothing we really need though. It's nice that they keep arriving and they just don't really seem to do anything. I guess if you shorten resources it's useful, but I'm not. So it's not useful. We've got our 2 hospitals. They should be manned. Plague doctors are ready to get to work. Everyone else is okay. The mines are still working well away and everyone is busy, going over the other island to collect the stuff that they need. It's getting pretty densely populated now, this island. We are starting to run out of land a little bit. And because of our population shortage, like our continual lifelong population shortage, it's quite the problem. Particularly when you sign sort of a large number of building jobs. When this one's done, this row on top of these towers are built, then we'll get our archer towers placed on each of them. We could do a ballista tower, but I'm not a massive fan of them. I much prefer the archer towers. I don't really know if the ballista towers actually really seem to do anything. I'm not convinced that they really do, so I'm not going to bother with any of them. People weaving their way down the roads. It's a bit of a complicated route actually, isn't it? All our farms should have been built, which they have, which is good. And our food production is on the increase by the looks of it. Which is what we want. Well, there's nowhere really to build any windmills around here, so... These, obviously, because the miller's not working, have lost the productivity of the windmill anyway, until we get a bit more population built up. So, let's start to get our archer towers. What do these cost? Wood, stone and gold. So I'll get one of them in each of those. And then when these 2 are built up, we'll get them built in here as well. See, that means I'm assigning more darn builders. Oh, that's not too bad, look. Oh, there we go, dragon. Oh, look at that. Oh, why? Why? Why do this to me? But there we go. Right, where's this dragon? Coming that way. Please don't burn down anything important. Will be most inconvenient. Not a manor house. Not a manor house. Burn down a hovel. That's fine. Yep. Water. All the peasants need to run and get water. He's really trying to get it to burn down. Bit of arrow fire. He's found a bit of a safe spot here. Maybe we need to build a fort here as well. Takes a little bit of arrow fire there, but not a lot. Oh, food harvest is in. So I'm going to try and burn down now a farm. I'm not too worried about that. You can burn down a farm for all I care. As long as it doesn't burn down a manor house, that's what's important. Oh, I didn't even get to burn down the farm, we managed to put it out. And he is off. Okay, awesome. So we've got another archer tower slot here. Let's get that one built. And then we're just going to wait for that tower to be built, and then that's all finished. Looks like that dragon is leaving. Yeah, he is. Okay, cool. So, looking good. So hopefully this manor house will soon be finished. We're just waiting for the wood now, which should happen a bit quicker, really, than just the stone. We've got a good defensive arch now from these towers. Well, that's going to take more people to man the towers. They should be a fairly high priority, which they are. The dock workers should be a very low priority. Actually, should probably be the lowest priority job. I'd rather have windmill workers, to be honest. Event planners is a fairly useless job. Tax collectors, castle jobs. That's such a nondescript castle jobs. What does that even mean? Granary workers, yeah. Miners, timber workers, yeah. Everything else sort of has some semblance of use. It's just mostly the dock workers don't really do anything because I don't really sell anything. So what's the point? So wait for that one to get built up. This one should be done shortly. Waiting for one piece of wood, which I think is this man here. There we go. And that's done, so we'll just assign an archer tower to that one as well. And then soon we should be all online and fully operational. My little fort. Which is good, so I'm starting to get a little bit of defence built up now, which is exactly what we want. I've got to think perhaps a little bit what we're going to do. I wonder if a simple thing would be to try and defend this bridge as well. How hard would that be to do? I wonder if people can walk across the water. That's the one way. They used to be able to in the old game. I just don't know if that's still the case. The people used to be able to just hop across the water. Maybe it'd be easier to build across this part. Let's chop down that. Oh, plague. Right, let's make sure our doctors are well assigned. Doctors, yeah, we have 12 doctors. 60 people have taken ill, so we've deployed hopefully all the plague doctors. Should be going around and curing everyone, really. But you only get a set people at a time. If they don't cure them all in time, they die, basically. That manor still isn't built. For God's sake, get on with it. While we're at it, we'll assign another one. Is that right around? That way? Okay. And since there's a little gap there, squeeze in a little water one. To try and reduce the fire risk. Okay. What was I doing? Castle walls. So yeah, we'll wait for this to get chopped down, and then I think we'll assign like a little wall here. One peasant has died to plague. Oh, that's an acceptable loss. That is, you can't save everyone. So it's in line with that. What's that tree there? Line there. Or there. No, it's there, isn't it? So we'll get that built there. And then we're going to have there, and then we'll have there once that one's chopped down. It's going to be there and there when that one's chopped down. And then that's going to act as like a little bit of a cut-off for this bridge, which is again what I'm trying to do, is segregate this island into like a series of segments. So it's really hard to actually take it. One day I think we'll probably clear all these trees because this is probably our forest area. At least people haven't got quite so far to collect the stone this time. So our house has finished 238 population, so we've got a bit more population. Hopefully that will start to increase. Yeah, increase. Now we've got more beds, that's the word. Yeah, 14 found a satisfactory home. That's good. That might mean our job priorities are starting to fill up. Well, not quite, because we've got 51 builders, because I've assigned so many things. But things are slowly starting to fill up. Yes, we're going to be looking pretty good by the end of this, I think. And when we get this next one built, then we'll be looking really good. We may want to start thinking about possibly building a third hospital. How's our financial situation? Still plus 100, so that's still great. We can build another castle block there and there. So that's looking good. While we're at it, are we going to go for this full? We've probably not got enough stone to go completely ham on it, but there we go. Get it all too high. It wants to be all the same height as the gatehouse, and then we'll have probably, well, we could have 3 towers, one in the corner, one on there, and one there, or 2 right directly, perhaps 2 right next to the gatehouse, and the rest can just be a wall. Yeah, probably a little best symmetry and all that. Okay, so we'll carry on. God, I can't believe I'm just checking my stopwatch. I'm almost at 20 minutes already. Oh, Levi Draper has died of old age. What are we going to do? Poor old Levi. I'm pretty pleased with my little fort there. I think that's actually quite a good idea. I think that's how I'm going to plan most of my defence. is just around these sort of splits in the island like these, and then sort of a series of fortifying forts at the edge, rather than trying to build like a wall and towers around the whole thing. You can have like these strong points which you can put down fire. I don't think you're ever going to stop them completely, so I think it's better to have things like that. There's probably going to be one over here, maybe on this little spit of land out here, something like that. Or we could even have one into the sea, actually, couldn't we, on like a pier? That'd be kind of cool. So this is slowly being built up. It wants another level to be level with the gatehouse. Oops. Ah, ran out of stone. No! One more block needed. Come on, stone cutters. There we go. So that'll all be level with the gatehouse then, and then we'll build 2 towers up to higher. So we'll look at another 4 blocks, and then we'll be all sorted. We've got another manor house coming along quite nicely. Vikings invading. No! Right. Are they going to come with golems this time? Yes. Is that a golem? Yes. Okay, 4, 5. Oh, God. 6 on. Okay, so this is going to actually be quite a hard one. So, where are they coming from? So they're coming from the, sort of the north. Maybe we should have started to hire some troops. Maybe that would have been a good idea. So this is going to be miserable, isn't it? No part of this is realistically going to go well. Oh, God. The bloody merchant arrived. Great. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, this goes my newly constructed wall. They're just going to punch a hole straight through it. It's not got any defence towers on it. See, they can go around. That's an issue, you see. They can just go in the sea. That does make things inconvenient. And there goes a wall. Oh, don't knock them all down. Oh, not the tree cutters. There's not a well there. Oh, that's going to be burnt down. What is your problem? Why are you just destroying every castle block? These guys to take a little bit of defensive fire. Okay, this hasn't worked quite as I intended. I didn't know they could just walk through sea. At least done a little bit of damage for them. Surprisingly that timber place didn't burn down. Setting fire to some of my farms. I think we actually killed one of them. It's the merchant trying to make a break for it. Yeah, because... oh no, there's still a full ship. So maybe that one has survived. Everywhere is on fire. I'm a bit short on water, which is going to be a problem to try and save these buildings, I think. We are killing a few of the Vikings. The ogres, I think, are going to be hard for me to kill. Yeah, happiness is medium because we don't really know what's going on. See, there's only like him left, for example. He's taking quite a bit of archer fire. Is he going to die? No, he made it out. I don't think we can check his health, can we? No. Takes a bit more archer fire. Come on, kill him! What have we got left? Are they all escaping? Oh, you see, so his escaped, so that's going to be unfortunate. We actually killed quite a few of them, I think. Yes, his escaped. We've sank quite a lot of them. But it's still going to get the happiness from the happiness sort of debuff. But we actually killed the bulk of them there. And we didn't really lose that much in the way of buildings. Most things didn't burn down, which is kind of surprising. Given my luck with fire. While I remember, let's build a well there. And then we are going to end the episode there. Since these Vikings are just now leaving. I think that's all that made it. That one little man left. Or maybe the ogre got away as well after he knocked all my bloody castle blocks down. So we'll repair that next time. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Episode 7, I think we are now. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you all on the next episode.